Jane, run! Got you now. Kill him, Hodgkins.
Hi, I'm Susannah Williams, and I am here to tell you about the Prime Video series My Lady Jane and help you meet the characters. My Lady Jane will premiere only on Prime Video on June 27th. My Lady Jane is the retelling of the tale of Lady Jane Grey. You may know her as the Queen of England, who was beheaded 9 days into her reign. This historical fiction comedy series gives us a new story, or what we really think should have happened. My Lady Jane delivers romance, action, and adventure, but most of all, it's a world of fantasy you can't resist. Let us take a moment to reassure our viewers that this Tudor noblewoman needs no introduction, but I'm going to give you one anyway. Jane is a young woman with a sharp tongue and a warm heart who has more interesting things to do than worry about finding a husband. Jane's options are clear: marriage or torture, followed by marriage, followed by a sausage made from her own blood. Jane is a know-it-all and is more dedicated to her books than trying to impress her mother or society. Her other quirks are that she is skilled with the sword, as she is with studying books and medicine, which will come in handy with her new betrothed. She dislikes being controlled by her mother, putting up with her crap, and most of all, being told what to do. When Jane is forced to marry, she tries to escape, but she soon finds that there may be something intriguing about her new husband that will cause her to stay. May I present Lord Guilford Dudley. Guilford is the son of Lord Dudley and the soon-to-be betrothed of Jane. You know what they say about forcing a daughter to marry against her will in order to secure your own financial security? Well, it seems they are doing the same for the sons as well. Guilford must marry to save his family from financial ruin. While he is easy on the eyes, he also has a great spirit to him as well. Guilford loves the nighttime, going on brave quests, and is quite handy with a sword. He is kind, but also knows how to verbally spar with the best of them, including Jane. After he learns that Jane is soon to be his wife, his views on love may change sooner than he thinks. But will his buried secret cause more trouble for his new wife and family? King Edward is Jane's cousin and the current King of England. He took over the throne after his father's death at the age of 9 and grew up with Jane as he learned how to rule. Like many leaders before and since, Edward has inherited a troubled administration and a divided kingdom, otherwise known as a shit show. But our king is too sick to even realize the disarray his country is truly in. Edward loves being out in his secret garden and not getting sick. He is kind-hearted and believes in true love. Edward is doing his best to run the kingdom, but his health has been getting in the way of his reign. As King Edward learns more about the cause of his illness, he begins to not trust those once close to him. There comes a point when you have to admit that someone is the best dressed in the room. During this time, it would be none other than Lord Dudley, who can outdress even those richer than him. He is quite the fashionable man and can rock a pearl earring like no other. Lord Dudley is Jane's future father-in-law and father to Guilford. He is wealthy and obsessed with ensuring his family gets richer and more powerful. Dudley loves his family and will manipulate anyone to ensure their bloodline rises in the ranks. Dudley seems to be on top of the world, but will his own greed lead to his family's downfall? This is Mary, a pernicious princess with daddy issues and a knack for wanting to poison anyone who stands in the way of achieving her goals. Mary is a princess and King Edward's sister. Mary loves to bake, even if it may be only for ulterior motives. Mary wants one thing and one thing only: the throne of England. She even takes on a lover that schemes in order to get her what she wants.
Did I mention these two are into the kinkiest of bedroom delights?
And the love letters between the two are absolutely filthy. She is determined to fight her way to the throne and will take out anyone that stands in her way, including her brother. Will Mary's alliances help her plan come true, or will her secrets lead to her ruin? Have you ever heard the phrase, behind every throne is a rat plotting his next feast? No? That makes sense because I just made it up. Well, this would explain our next character, Lord Seymour, a ruthless political operator. Seymour is one of King Edward's closest advisors. He will do anything to secure power by whatever means necessary. Seymour loves politics and is dedicated to putting Mary, King Edward's sister, as the next in line to take over the throne. He loves powerful women and hates when things don't go his way. So when a rich is thrown into his plans, Seymour must protect himself before his real desires are uncovered. Princess Bess is a princess with a killer survival instinct. She is King Edward's sister and is great with a bow and arrow. Bess always speaks her mind within reason and does not tolerate slander when it comes to her family. She loves not being in danger and not having to make decisions. Bess will do whatever it takes to survive and keep her head in the process. Handsome with a side of narcissism describes our next character, Lord Dudley. Lord Dudley is Guilford's brother and couldn't be more different than his sibling. Stan loves being a hero, telling pointless stories, and being the most fashionable man in the room. Well, next to his dad, that is. Lord Dudley is currently betrothed to a princess who is battling the plague, but his engagement does not stop him from pursuing his more earthly needs. He loves women in charge and finds a new obsession with someone close to Jane. When we talk about the ultimate schemers in this tale, Lady Frances is definitely at the top of the list. Lady Frances Grey is the widow who is determined to take care of her 3 daughters. She has accepted a woman's role in society and is trying to convince her daughter Jane to get on board with her duty to her family. Frances loves scheming, winning, and young men. She dislikes having her livelihood dependent on old men and showing signs of affection. After Lady Frances forces Jane's hand in marriage, she realizes she may have made a grave mistake. One may think of Margaret Grey as a homicidal little poppet, but she is just different than most little girls. Margaret is the youngest of the Grey sisters, but don't let her age fool you. She is wise, but sometimes can be murderous. Margaret is a fighter and lover of fake blood and playing pranks on her family. She may not be the nicest to her family, but she does love them. A doting daughter with middle child tendencies leads us to Catherine Grey. Catherine is the middle child of the Grey sisters and is desperate for her mother's approval. Catherine loves philosophy and learning about the mind. Plato is one of her faves to read and she hates being wrong. She believes in following the rules and being liked by others. Will Catherine's ability to gain approval from others hurt her in the end? Known to take flight when difficult situations arise is Susannah. Susannah is Lady Jane's maid and a free spirit who loves pleasure. Susannah also has a special power as she is an Ethian. Ethians are people who can transform into an animal. Susannah can transform herself into a hawk, which comes in handy when her secret is discovered. Susannah will have to go on the run, but it won't stop her from fighting for equal rights for all. And that concludes this My Lady Jane edition of Meet the Characters. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, My Lady Jane premieres on June 27th, only on Prime Video.